All right, today we're breaking down Master Mode 2-3. That's right, we're going to give you the team, the strategy to get you to 3-star victory here as well. So thank you for tuning in. Appreciate your support as always. Thank you for the likes and the subs. Helps grow the channel. Now, with that said, if you happen to have a comment or question throughout today, you let me know because I'd love to hear from you, and you can feel free to swing by the Discord information. Everything down below along with the timestamps and other great ways to support the channel. All right, let's get moving here. Master Mode 2-3. Let's get you off to victory here as always. So here's what we got going on. 2-3 Shimmering Forest here in episode 2 Dragon Hill. We are ready to go. Now, a couple of the big things with this particular one, we get tons and tons and tons of mobs. That's going to be key for us to overcome at the end, as always, of these levels. When you get to master mode, we do get some mini bosses here. In this case, we're getting both the Dire Cake Wolf and the Queen Jelly Wasp, so kind of a big cluster that's going to be hitting and attacking our CookieRun team here. So those are some key things to keep in mind. Now, other big pieces to pay attention to is certainly your enemy's max HP is increased. We have the debuff resistance here is increased, HP shield capacity is decreased, healing's decreased, summon creatures lifetime decreased, and then we have special cookie conditions. Now we're capped at 60. Max skill level is 60, max cookie grade is 1A, bond, sugar gnome, laboratory custom sets, guild level, guild relics X. So we are at 660 over a 5 or a 350, which is good in terms of power level. Now, in terms of the strategy that I want to break down for you here, certainly we got a lot of legendaries and ancients in this particular one. I ran it with this team. Certainly a couple things that I would suggest doing is if you don't have these particular ones, other cookies that could work would be Sea Fairy Queen. We also, or Sea Fairy, we have Moonlight here. You can probably use Clotted Cream. If you want single hit damage, again, I'm taking more of a go wide strategy for success on this particular one. Sherbet is good. You could use something like Pumpkin here. If you don't have pure vanilla, you can use Cotton as a healer. This one would be great. Squid Ink also. Certainly you could use Affogato. You really want to make sure that you got kind of a wide area damage, or AoE, area of effect damage going on with your particular team. In the front, we do have Schwarzwalder, again, to kind of push things back. I really like that one in the stun. Some alternatives that you could also consider here would be Purple Yam Cookie as well. Werewolf if you need, potentially, but certainly Wildberry here in the front to give you a good similar style play as Schwarzwalder in terms of pushing things back. So I wanted to give you some thoughts in terms of some swaps there for you with your particular team that you could use. In terms of treasures, we are running Squishy Jelly Watch, we're running the Gatekeeper's Horn, and additionally attack across the board. Again, that's because we do have a lot of damage going on here in terms of this team, so that's kind of a better way to do it instead of going with the whistle and some of these other things in particular to kind of just make it work for this group. So certainly could switch those things up, but this has been the solid multi-run team that's absolutely worked well. Again, pure vanilla on the nuking kind of heals, which is very big. Now, if we go break down the toppings, all the toppings I have for the cookies here, always on the channel. You can go check those out, individual guides. But Schwarzwalder is on 5 solid almonds. We do have espresso on 5 raspberry for damage. Here I'm actually going on turns for Frost Queen, so that's something you can do. You could also go the damage route. We do have our lovely Black Pearl on turns as well. And then last but not least, pure vanilla 5 chocolates as well for turns. So really focus on cooldowns with this particular one. You can certainly go with attack if you want to as well, and kind of mix things up from that perspective, so not everything's hitting at once kind of a thing. And certainly if you need to manual mode it, you could do that as well. So that is the team that's going to get it done. We'll run it with this one here. We gave you some swaps, we broke everything down in terms of the strategy and objective. Let's go see it in action here today, so that you know how to get through this stage 2-3 master mode Shimmering Forest here as well. So as you can see, there's lots and lots of mobs. We're just going to keep plowing through this in terms of those things, keep pushing them back, and keeping that area of damage on in terms of taking this thing home here today with our run. So lots of things here. Again, great to see all these different little mobs, the bumblebees, dire wolves, the cakes, or dire wolves, cake hounds. All right. Again, a very big mob. Gotta keep, and the other reason why I like Espresso here, pulling them back is big. Same with Black Pearl, getting them off your team can be a big help there as well. All right, so now we're at the boss mode, mini boss mode. So these things take a ton of damage. Again, pulling them back makes a huge difference. They're not staying up, putting up constant damage on Source Welder here, which is big. Again, taking them back, ripping them apart is a big deal. Now, again, one of the things that could help your team, like I said, if you do have Sherbet, you could pop in Vampire. That single nuker hit damage will help you get through at the end here, maybe a little bit faster on the run, but those are definitely some considerations. Safe. We are through with our 3-star victory here and crew for you here today, and picked up a purple yam soul core. That's why we want to run these things. All right. So bringing that home here today, let's go ahead and quickly review what we worked through, what we talked through with 2-3 Shimmering Forest Master Mode. So again, we broke down the enemies, we saw the run, we talked about some of the considerations here with the debuffs and some of the challenge that you might run into your team and the constraints. We gave you the team, we broke down some of the components of this team in order to help you be successful. And then we also gave you the treasures and went through the toppings. And again, those toppings are always available to you here on the channel and some of the other episodes that you can check out. Last but not least, thank you as always for your support. Appreciate the likes and the subs. Again, questions or comments. I'd love to hear if this worked out for you, maybe what swaps you made in the comments as well. I'd love to hear it. Let me know what you think. And if you got questions there, drop them down below. Now, don't forget swing by the Discord server as well as we build a great community here. I look forward to seeing you there. So with that, thank you for your time as always. See you again soon. We got a ton more content on CookieRun Kingdom here headed your way. All right, take care.